What if I tell you that you can get a green card for the US through a lottery system? Yes, you heard it right, through totally random selection. Actually, this is true, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can be eligible, when you have to apply, and important websites that you need to consult. Hi, my name is Oscar and I'm a scientist. In this channel, usually we talk about employment-based green card categories in which you can self-petition. That means you don't need lawyers and you don't need company to sponsor you. But today we're going to cover this green card lottery that is not employment-based, that is not family-based, is a completely random selection, and you can get permanent residency status in the US, no matter if you live abroad right now or if you are already in the US through a visa, maybe you're a student or you have an H visa as a worker. So stick to the end of the video because I'm going to show you how you can do this, and I'm going to show you all the requirements so you can better prepare yourself to go through this process. All right, so some introduction to this. All right, this lottery is, we call it Green Card Lottery. The official name is not Green Card Lottery, although it is really a random selection. It's called the Diversity Visa, or recently they have been calling it the Electronic Diversity Visa Program because it's now online completely. There's nothing mailed through regular mail. There's no letters that are going out. It's all, both the submission from the applicant to the result is done electronically. So this diversity visa started in 1995. Actually, there were some previous versions before that. Basically, it's administered by the Department of State under the Immigration and Nationality Act. It provides 55,000 green cards per year. So each year, 55,000 green cards are given out to applicants from countries with low numbers of immigrants into the US. And yes, that is true. That is a limitation of this program. If you are from, let's say, India or China, we'll see the list later. I'll show you the full list. But India or China, as usual, not great news for you because being from a country that has a high immigration inflow in the US, you will not be eligible, okay? But I'll show you also a trick that may save some of you from that requirement. And I'll talk about that later. Okay, terms and conditions. It's really easy to be eligible if you have a high school degree, high school education, or 2 years of qualifying work experience, you can apply. High school is whatever equivalent program exists in your country that is similar to the high school of the US, and that is a 12-year course through your early years of school to the high school years. Okay, so check out what is that equivalent level in your country, and most of you will probably qualify. But if you don't, if you have 2 years in the last 5 years in an occupation classified in this specific vocational preparation rating as 7 or higher, you can still apply. And that's given by the ONET online database that the Department of Labor produces. So you may be wondering, what is this ONET online? I'm here now in this website, onetonline.org. And what you can do is you can go to find occupations and click on, for example, by job family. You can also go by industry and look for something. Imagine that you want to look for, I don't know, lawyer. Browse. Okay. So I look in the legal family, and now I click in lawyers, and now I scroll down until I find this job zone, and the SVP range here is 8, so it's above 7, so this would be a qualifying job. Of course, if someone is a lawyer, they will have a high school diploma for sure, but you get the point here. All right, you must also be born in a country with low immigration numbers to the US, and that I will cover in the next slide. Similar to the employment-based visa that we usually talk about here, Your immediate family would also be eligible to get this green card if you are selected in the lottery. So your spouse and your unmarried children of less than 21 years of age, they will also be eligible. You need to remember to include them when you submit your application. Only one entry per person. Be sure to not add more because that may disqualify you. So every year you can submit one, but your spouse, if you are married, they can also apply. And because you would be a derivative in their application, that's 2 chances between both of you. So that doubles the number of chances. Technically, your children could also apply if they have a high school degree. So that will disqualify most children. It's free, okay? Don't fall for scams. There are agencies out there that offer higher chances if you pay them, but that's really far from the truth. This is a free process. I'll show you now in a second the website. You can go there in 20 minutes, you can get everything done. You pay $0 unless you are selected, of course, then you will have to pay some fees to complete the process, but it's free. This is the official website, dvprogram.state.gov. Don't go anywhere else, go to that website, and I'll show you later how that looks and how the application process is done. It's super easy. All right, list of countries. This is the important part for most people. Excluded countries. All the countries that have high numbers of immigrants into the US in the previous 5 years. So the full list is Bangladesh, Brazil, Canada, China, and that includes mainland and Hong Kong, Colombia, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Haiti, Honduras, India, Jamaica, Mexico, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, South Korea, Venezuela, and Vietnam. All these countries, if you were born there, you may not apply. If you are not born in one of those countries, then you are eligible. So everyone else can apply. Now, I told you earlier that I would give you a tip if you are in one of those excluded countries. If you are married to someone that was born in a country that is eligible, then you can also apply, not only through them, but you can also submit your application. And later I'll show you how you can do that in the website. So, important, here when we talk about excluded and eligible countries, these are the places of birth. It doesn't matter what is your citizenship, your nationality. What matters is, like for many USCIS processes, where you were born. So let's say you are Brazilian, but now you are nationalized French. Doesn't matter, you will not be eligible based on your French citizenship. You were still born in Brazil, so Brazil is in this list of excluded countries, so you are excluded as well, okay? Unless you're married to someone from France, in this case, then you would be eligible. So let's continue. Key dates. The entry for the Diversity Visa Program 2025, which is the current one, it's from October 4th to November 7th, 2023. So I'm releasing this video now because you now have plenty of time to go there, spend 20 minutes and get it done. Submission is electronic and extremely quick and easy. I already said this, and I already said also this is free. Until you are picked and decide to move forward with the process, you don't have to pay anything. So if you find yourself in a website that looks official and they ask you for money, be sure to double check because that's not the official website. You should not be paying for this. Results for DV 2025 will be announced on May 4th, 2024. Only online. Nobody will notify you actively. You will need to go to that official website, enter your confirmation number, and see what is the result. Only on May 4th and later. May the 4th be with you, okay? Keep your confirmation number because you can only check that result if you have that number. So be sure to print it out or save it as a PDF or write it in a notebook that you know where it is, and you will use it at the time when May comes. If you are selected, keep in mind that you still have to go through the process of adjustment of status if you are in the US or consular processing if you are abroad. Okay, so it's not over. You will have to pay some fees, do some more paperwork, and in 2025, the process will be completed and you will be able to obtain your green card, and so your family will as well. Now, they usually give a positive result for more than 55,000 people, so you still may have a slight chance of denial even if you are picked initially. So keep that in mind. Although if you get picked, most likely you will be able to do this. What are the chances of winning? This is something that everyone loves, okay? The chance is, I would say, between 0.5% and 2%, but there are big outliers as well. So it basically goes all the way from 0.1% to 7%. It depends where you were born and also how many people will apply on that year where you're applying. All the countries are capped at 7% visa, so that kind of determines a maximum probability. But of course, the actual probability will depend on how many people apply that year. And for a full analysis of the per country probability, I like this website that I leave here that gives you a nice table based on data from previous years. And that is this website here, not affiliated with me whatsoever, but you can find all the countries here, and then you find the chances to be selected on this column here. So you can get an idea of how many, what are your chances of getting this lottery. The funny thing and the reality is that the chances you have to win this green card lottery are way higher than getting a regular lottery, like let's say what we have in Europe, the Euro Millions or the Mega Millions. So any type of lottery that gives out money, usually the chances are 0.000%, 0.1% or whatever, really low chances. Here, actually, a 1% chance is not so bad, considering that it takes only 20 minutes, 30 minutes to complete the whole thing, and that it's free. I would really recommend anyone who is eligible to submit it. I did it myself before getting my own green card. I was not picked, but I still played because it really doesn't take anything to do it, and it gives you some chances of solving your immigration issues with a lottery, and it's kind of fun also. You kind of forget that you did it, and then next year you have to put it on the calendar or something so you can remember to go there and check it out. Of course, I'll show you now the official website and how you can apply. But before that, I also wanted to do a quick break for advertisement. If you are not picked in that lottery, you can still apply for a green card under the EB2 NIW or the EB1A green card programs. And I have websites to describe those programs, to tell you what the requirements are and everything surrounding those categories of green card. I have courses that will show you how to do it yourself without lawyers, without having sponsored. And I think you will get a lot of value in those courses. This is, for example, the curriculum for the EB2 NIW course. I have 9 modules now covering all the requirements, how to fulfill the requirements, how to craft your cover letter, recommendation letters, how to do adjustment of status, consular processing. I have 9 modules full of lectures in video in English and Spanish, and I'll walk you through all those little things that you need to know. You can submit questions in the course, and I'll be happy to answer those. Here are some testimonials. This person bought the EB1A course, very good cost to benefit ratio. I'm enjoying the course. I hope to put pen to paper soon. I'm an experienced pilot instructor with bachelor and master's. Very informative and straight to the point. The text links under your videos are also very useful because yes, I also provide in each lecture under the video some text, some links, and this person, Bala, was in the EB2 NIW course. So be sure to check it out because I think it's a very interesting resource for a do-it-yourself applicant. All right, the official website, dvprogram.state.gov. You come here and everything you need to do, you can do it through here, okay? You don't need to go through a third-party website, no Oscar website, no anyone else's website. This is free. You do it here, all electronic, and you're done in 20, 30 minutes, okay? Here you'll find instructions. So you can click here. You'll come to a very nice website from the Department of State. You can open this PDF and read all the instructions for the entry. I would encourage you to do so. I also have a link in the description below for this website that will show you a diagram of what's going on from the submission to, if you are selected, what you need to do, particularly if you are abroad, which is going to be many people that are applying for this. All right, an important thing here is that you will need to upload a picture. So here you will see some photo examples so you can understand how you need to take the picture. For example, one of the things is that you cannot have glasses in your picture. So it's good to spend a couple of minutes reading this. You can see here, okay, glasses, no, you cannot wear them. What is the size of the picture? Okay, you can take it with your phone, of course, but here they will tell you a little bit about resolution, the size, the quality, no retouching, of course, no Photoshop and all that, how you have to pose, and they will give you examples of what you can do and what you shouldn't do. So take a look here, including what to do with children, because if you have derivatives, you will also need to upload their pictures, okay? So take a look there, and then once you're ready, once you read the information, you just click Begin Entry, and this is how the form looks like. I'm going to scroll quickly so you can see how it's really nothing. It's something that you can fill out really easily. So your name, last name, your gender, when you were born, city where you were born in, country where you were born, and this is important because part of your eligibility is because of where you were born. So you can select your country. And then this is the important point. If you are not eligible based on your country, but your spouse is, of course, imagine you're from Brazil. So Brazil, here I would select, okay, country where you were born, Brazil, country of eligibility, then are you claiming eligibility based on the country where you were born? Most people will say yes, but because in this hypothetical situation, I'm from Brazil, I would say no. My wife is French in this example. So if not, you must enter the country from which you are claiming eligibility, and I write France. This is an example, hypothetical. So this is how you do that, that trick that is a legal trick, is called cross chargeability, using your wife or your husband's chargeability instead of yours, okay? Here you will enter the photograph. You can read the instructions, choose the picture and upload it. Mailing address, country where you live today, phone number, email address, your highest level of education, your current marital status, and this is important. If you are married, you should put married even if you are separated, unless you are legally separated. Then you have an option for that. Okay. One thing that I should note, and you can read in the instructions, is that if you have a spouse that is American or American resident, or some of your children were born in the US, then you should not count them in the application. For example, the last question is number of children. Imagine that my kid, I have one kid and was born in the US, then I would enter 0 here because you don't count someone that is already in the US legally, okay? Legally as a permanent resident or citizen. So once you're done, you just need to enter continue and you will proceed to submit this. Keep your number. They will generate a number, what was it called? A confirmation number. So you can come back in May and check if you were selected in this diversity visa or green card lottery program. I do hope that you will get picked, but if you don't, remember that you still have EB2 NIW or EB1A as very nice ways to obtain your permanent residency in the US as well. It's always good to have more options, so I encourage you to do all of the above and try the multiple routes that you have to obtain that US immigration dream that you are hoping for, okay? So thank you for watching. Please share this video with others, like it, and spread the word about this channel. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.